Hi, Ryan here from Two Honest Guys, and today I'm joined by...
Jess. Hi.
So today we're going to be unboxing the Nintendo Switch. As you can see, it's the neon red blue edition. I don't know why anyone would actually buy the grey one. Stock issues, maybe? Why release the grey one and this one at the same time is beyond me. Surely they could have got a little bit more money by waiting a month or two and calling it a special edition. And we're also going to be unboxing the Pro controller. So it says Pro, but I'm fairly certain this build quality is going to be garbage. So what was it, $59.99 this retails at? So you think...
Steep.
Yeah, it's a steep price when you consider an Xbox One controller, the new one with Bluetooth, and the newer like V2 of the Sony PS4 controller don't retail at 60 quid. 60 quid is a lot of money. You think you're probably spending 40, 45 at the absolute most for either of the other two controllers. So this is steep. Though that being said, the Joy-Cons, they're £75? And we're going to see, well, which one, if you're going to buy a second set, is it this one or this one? We've also got this, and Jess will show you this. So we looked at possible protection solutions. Have like the messenger bag from Nintendo, a couple of different options. But do you really want to advertise on a messenger bag on the side that says Nintendo Switch when these are yeah, exactly. These are in such short supply at the moment. That's probably not the best option. So hard case is a good option. I don't know if you could see it, but it does say Nintendo Switch like really faintly here. So it does
subtle design.
Yeah, it does a good job of actually hiding it. So I'm gonna let Jess start with the unboxing.
Thank you very much.
This will be entertaining. She can't open anything. So I'm gonna sit back.
Look at that, it's made for Jess's.
3 and up.
So, this is what you see, and straight away I'm actually surprised at how small it is, because I wasn't actually expecting it to be that tiny. Were you?
Yeah, to be honest, this is smaller than I thought.
They're tiny little controllers, that is. They look like baby little things.
So you can see the controllers, guys. This is quite small. I'm going to let Jess put these together.
Okay, thank you.
While she does that, let's have a look. So the Switch itself, you can see this. This is tiny. I think we were both expecting this to be a bit bigger.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
as a comparison, so Nintendo Switch. So this is a Galaxy S7 Edge, one of the bigger smartphones. But if I go like this,
Wow.
This much, and then if we go the old, over the front, like so.
It's pretty much on par.
If
not a lot of difference.
If this could play games, it would basically be this.
So we have the controller connector here, and we'll just put that together.
It looks like the grip to hold it. So Jess is kind of your average gamer, and she is struggling to put the Joy-Con together right now.
It doesn't seem like they fit. I don't want to break it. Okay, there we go. Nope. That did not feel very nice. Putting that together, that did not feel like satisfying. That felt like clunky and like like awkward.
Okay, admittedly, this actually feels quite good in the hands. The grips are quite nice, but it's not rubberized. This is just hard plastic, so hands get sweaty. This isn't gonna be any good. When the little joiner, if you go like this to rub your hand over it, which you'll do to move your hands about when you're playing, this is sharp. How do you find the controller, Jess?
I like how light it is, and I wasn't expecting it to feel this natural to hold it with my thumbs on these thumbsticks here. I thought it would feel quite strange in comparison to like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. I was expecting it to feel strange in the dimensions of like how wide it is and where my thumb placement would end up, but it feels quite nice.
Yeah, and at least Nintendo did get one thing right, as in the movement stick is in the top left,
Mm-hmm.
and this would be the camera. If this was PlayStation, you'd probably have this here, and the world would be a sad place to live. Yeah, just what? What else is in the box? Yeah.
Let's have a look. We have a little something.
So this is the Joy-Con wrist support.
Of course, I knew that.
So this is the Joy-Con wrist strap, and there is a plus and a minus. So I presume this being the plus Joy-Con, it will work with the plus.
There's the second one here.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Nice little button on the back. Nice little button on the back, I still can't do it. Let's turn it this way.
Keep it on there for a second.
There you go.
And finally, we have the cables to go alongside all these goodies.
So we have a nice nickel quality HDMI cable, so not good quality.
And not a hefty plug. I mean, that's an alright size plug.
It says that, but she doesn't spend as much time around gaming and PCs as me. This is not good. So you have like, it's like a phone charger, and this is a standard. What is it? Oh no, this looks like USB-C actually. So it has USB-C charger. Okay, makes it a bit different. But you normally see some kind of power sink, like heat absorbing thing in between this, so that this doesn't get hot, and it doesn't, make a device explode. So this is why this is bigger, because obviously they're trying to incorporate it into the plug itself.
Mm-hmm.
But then that does make you think, did they maybe scrimp maybe on this area, trying to make it more portable to carry it around? Because although this is reasonably portable, it does fit in the size of your hand. I have my suspicions in long play sessions, especially if it's docked and it's plugged in behind your TV, with your real consoles like your Xbox or your PlayStation. Amongst all of that, which all generates heat, how is this going to do, amongst that? I don't think there's been any reported issues with this, kind of power issue yet, but, it's still new. Remember what happened to the Xbox 360 guys?
So with other gaming systems, they're usually plugged in all the time, and this is portable, so what are the charging options for this that make it different?
Well, like I covered earlier, guys, at first glances, not knowing barely anything about this system before this unboxing, I thought this was sounded like USB phone charge, that you see a lot, but this is actually a USB-C, so you're unlikely to have a spare one of these laying around. So that being said, on the back of the dock, there is a slot for the AC adapter, this, and on the back of the switch, on the underside, there is the USB-C as well. So what that would mean, Jess, is what if you had it plugged in behind the TV like a normal person,
Mm-hmm.
going in, it would charge it, but you would, if this is behind your entertainment system, you're not going to be unplugging this probably ever.
No, that's just impractical.
So, you may need to buy another, if it's just like a USB to USB-C, so you can charge it like plug into your laptop or something, because you're not going to be unplugging this to take it around portably, if you were going to have long periods of time where you might need a boost, which is unfortunate, because I can't imagine it would have cost Nintendo maybe £2 or £1 to include that little cable,
Mm-hmm.
which would have made portability, which is what this is trying to drive forward, more complete, because it's portable as long as it's got a battery charge, is what this boils down to.
I'm quite frustrated by this because I feel like this is trying to do too many things. Like, why haven't they supplied us with a larger, more capable charger, like Ryan was saying, for at home, when it's a gaming system used at home, and then say a smaller charger that you can take away with you when you want to use it elsewhere, when you want to go on holiday or on the train, and it just needs that little boost of charge to keep it going. I feel like this is wrong.
So maybe Nintendo should have done a more robust one for your AC at home to keep it in the dock, and maybe a smaller temporary solution for portability and travel.
That's what I would like.
Removing the Joy-Cons from the grip, there are 2 buttons on the underside. You push one, pull it up, push one, pull it up. There are guiding rails on both sides to show you how to line it up to slide it down. How well does this transfer to the console itself? Again, there are these rails. Anyone familiar with desktop PCs and building their own stuff will be familiar with these. These look really similar to hot swapping hard drives. So now it's grown. It's like it's trying to grow up. This is adolescence. It's becoming a man. Well, teenager. I think it becomes a man when it docks. But I think 720p, its portable mode is very manly. So in portability, I would say I kind of not sure what to do with these bits of my hand, so I'm trying to go like this, and obviously this is supporting the weight.
Does it feel quite strange in your hands, like not balancing very well?
Well, can you see I'm trying to go like this to hold it, but you hold a controller tighter, so you really, you want to be. I want to be here for comfort, but then it feels really heavy in the center.
Strange.
Imagine a really old Game Boy Advance with that old chunky power pack you would always buy to give it a couple more hours on the back, and then super long. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. How do you find the feel?
Now, I'm not one of those people that actually owned a Game Boy. Don't hate me.
She had a 3DS.
I had a 3DS. Not a 3DS, I had a Nintendo DS. Just the original one. I never got upgraded.
Regardless of that, the DS, 3DS, none of that was real Game Boy, guys. We remember it was Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance, and then it died.
Of course. But from my experience, I'm used to holding something a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and a lot more compact. I think that's why I'm used to a controller, and I'm okay with that, but this feels odd to me. Maybe that's just me.
It's like another half of phone now in size.
It looks like a giant mobile, like this. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, guys, this is the iPhone 9.
Yeah.
That's still not waterproof, you know.
So can we dock it now? Because I'm really excited to dock it.
I presume this is only going to dock one way, and I'm going to assume it's this way. Now that did go in relatively easily.
Did you hear that though?
Well, considering this has got guide rails for the Joy-Con grip and Joy-Cons on the side, and everything clipped into place really well.
Ooh.
Do you see this?
Very nice.
No.
It sounds really scratchy, like it's hurting it.
Yeah, there is no foam between these two bits that hold it either side. It's just more hard plastic, slightly angled to kind of put it in the right place. But even docked, it's not really, which is a shame because the build quality of the thing itself actually felt quite nice, felt quite solid. I'm not quite sure what they were playing at here.
I was quite impressed with the quality of the Joy-Cons as well, but this is a bit flimsy in comparison.
If you've ever bought like a really expensive pair of headphones or something that has a dock, you usually spend like £300 thereabouts, and the dock always feels like it's made bespoke. It's made especially for the device, and this just feels like, oh shit, guys, what are we actually going to dock it in? what can we make for less than £15? And that's what this feels like. This feels like an afterthought, if I'm honest. It would not surprise me at all in the future. You see the wobble as well. If they redesign this a bit better than this piss take.
Brought out a premium docking system.
Yeah, a premium dock that will come with the V2 switch, which would be in neon orange and lime green or some shit like that. On the back, your AC, your USB, which would be normal USB, like USB 3 because it's blue. And on the side, there's 2 more USBs. These aren't blue, so I'm going to presume they're 2.0. And then you have your HDMI out right at the bottom. Moving on to the Pro controller. So I'll have Jess remove the Joy-Cons and assemble them to the pad so we can put them side by side while I'm unboxing this for you.
I am excited about this.
So the Pro controller, so it has the same analog stick layout as the other Joy-Con controller. What I would say is it looks remarkably familiar to an Xbox controller. I don't know where they got the idea from that from. The design idea inspiration for this from. So it doesn't have, I'll immediately show you the nice rocker D-pad for the Xbox. It does not have that. It has like a left, right, up, down, no real rolling, so it's going to be harder to be precise with this. But then it is massively better than the little left, right, up and down you have on this one. And these triggers are absolutely tiny, and there is no feedback from the bumper buttons at all. Whereas this one, you do have good feedback, not clicky feedback, but enough feedback to know that you're pushing the buttons. The X, A, Y, and B do feel a little bit clunky.
A little bit big.
Yeah, they feel a bit chunky, but I think that's a good thing because it's likely a guy is going to be using this controller, so I think they would prefer a bit of heft. There is no mic jack on the bottom of the controller, so what Nintendo are doing here is the Switch does support Bluetooth headsets somewhat, and then maybe that may be how you use your mic online in the future. But at the moment, Nintendo's current plans are use your phone, use a Nintendo app, you connect to your console, you plug in any 3.5 jack headphones or Bluetooth through to your phone.
Which is cool.
Yeah. So what they're trying to do is make it more portable.
So this is kind of what I expected. It's very similar to the Xbox controller. Feels good. It is a little bit lighter as well, which is nice. But you know, I think I prefer this one, like, personally. I'd have to see though, like, once we're playing games, I'd have to test them out in situ, but I think I like the feel of that one a little better. Maybe it's because this is like an imitation of something that I already know, whereas it feels new. It feels like a different gaming controller.
So what this could be, guys, is her hands are small and she prefers the smaller buttons.
Yeah.
So it could be made. This would explain the aiming at family and kids, because
definitely.
This is very much a kid's controller or a dainty girly hand controller. One of my gripes earlier was this horrible line of plastic. It just doesn't feel nice on the hands. But this doesn't have a rubberized grip, but it has a textured rubber here. So it looks like it's almost one piece. It's certainly less prominent, the gap, than this one.
A little bit more seamless there.
Yeah, this feels much nicer. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but we have a USB-C charging cable for this controller, and like we mentioned earlier, the Switch didn't have a portable option for its charging, so this could be a match made in heaven, because this will charge your controller and this will charge your Switch. And it's good that it doesn't come with batteries. It's good that it's all built in, adds to that portability element.
That's really good, yeah.
On a weight scale compared to your Xbox controller, I would say you're looking at a little bit lighter than the Xbox controller. So if if you're familiar with the Xbox controller in terms of weight, that's what you could be expecting from this controller. If it justifies its £60 price tag, we can't say yet. Like we said, we will be doing some testing and we will let you know.
Yes.
So,
after a good trial and test, we'll get back to you.
So what we will be testing is Mario Kart, Zelda of course, and the game that came free, Bomberman. So we'll be testing these 3 games at length, at least 2 of them.
Can you guess which one I'm most excited to play?
It's not this one, is it?
Oh yes.
And these are the games that we'll be testing. So when we have had some time with it, we will let you know our thoughts in probably an article roundup again. So if you have any comments or questions, anything you'd like us to try a test that we haven't done here, just like you did with the Alienware unboxing, just leave it, your questions in the comments, and we'll reply, and answer as much as we can, and it will be magnificent and glorious, just like it was before. And if you haven't seen that unboxing, you recommend. It's a good insight into what you're actually getting for a lot of money with that Alienware unboxing. So wrapping things up, I've been Ryan.
I've been Jess.
And this is another video from 2 Honest Guys. There is much more to come. Visit the website and stay tuned. Thank you for watching.